So I get a lot of requests to review product on the channel, and I generally try to accommodate those requests if I feel it's something that's of value and something that I can recommend to my viewers. And I got a lot of requests for this Convoy L6 flashlight. Could this be a budget thrower? Could this be a light for search and rescue, EMS, military, law enforcement that doesn't break the bank? I think it might. Now, when reviewing flashlights, I try to come up with a flashlight that's similar that I've reviewed in the past. The TN40 takes 4 18650s. It's got a nice throw, not quite as far a throw as the TN42, but it does throw a distance. And it's a nice light for search and rescue, law enforcement. The Convoy almost gets there as far as its output goes. Instead of 4 LEDs on the through night, the Convoy runs a single XHP70 LED and puts out 3800 lumens. Now, they don't say the distance or the intensity on the website. I couldn't find that information, but it almost throws as far as the through night, as you're going to see in the upcoming night shots. Let's take a look around the light here. On the front, we have an orange peel reflector with that single XHP70 LED. It does have sort of a tactical strike bezel on it. You can see there it is scalloped all the way around. It's got a nice large heat sink on it. A nice light overall, nice looking light, nice fit and finish. It's sort of got this matte black, not a glossy texture to it or paint to it. It's got a very nice mode switch button on the side, and then you have a tail switch on the rear end. It will tail stand. There's also a hole there for a lanyard, of course. You've got some different texturing here on the knurling. It fits really nicely in the hand, and I actually like the form factor of this light better than that of the through night. I just feel this is more practical, something that you could lash to the outside of the bag, something you could throw under your seat in the vehicle, something that you could even throw in a glove box or a pack, of course. And again, as you're going to see in the night shots, it's pretty impressive as far as the outputs. It is IPX8 waterproof. It does have thermal protection to it, so it'll shut down in the event that it warms up. Operation is super simple. You just depress the tail switch to turn it on and off, and then you depress your mode button on the side to switch through your modes. You have 4 different brightness levels. So you have a low, a medium, a high, and then a turbo, and then you double click to your strobe. So very simple operation. It also has memory, so it's going to memorize the mode that you leave it in when you turn it off. Nothing's better than a light that just works when you need it to work and has very simple operation. Now, the L6 takes 2 26-650s, the big guys. You can pick these up at GearBest as well. These are non-button top. I've seen non-button tops with Olights. Claris, however, has the button, but the non-button tops work just as well in the L6. I do believe there is dual springs on the inside. There is one on the top, and there is also one on the bottom. So non-button tops are just fine. You can see that it's nicely lubricated there with a nice O-ring, and then it also comes with a little bezel that you can put, or a ring that you can put on the light as well. Black doesn't do it for you. Well, now they have a blinged out silver version, same exact light, just in a different color, same operation. You can select which color you like when you order. So I am out at the testing field with the Convoy L6. We're going to go through the different levels. So this is the low. Jump up one to the medium. Pretty nice beam at close range. Jump up into the high, and now you can see it's got quite a hot spot. Lights up the immediate area pretty well, but now you're starting to reach out quite a ways. Now if you can see that reflecting down there, that is a tiny street sign, just to let you know how far this field is. Those are parking lot lights. And we can jump up to the turbo. There's those parking lot lights again. Big lights, just small in this field, but you can see we're getting some really good light output out of the L6. Now they say it's a max of 3,800 lumens. It's also got a strobe mode, about medium strobe from what I've seen. Some lights are faster, some lights are slower. No SOS and beacon on this light, which would have been nice, but very good light output, especially on the turbo. Now what I usually like to do is grab a light that is fairly close. On the right we have the Through Night TN40. The TN42 would shoot quite a bit further, but I thought the TN40 was fairly close. The TN40 reaches out almost 1,200 meters. You can see it reaches out to those trees back there, where the Convoy doesn't quite. Up close, fairly similar. Get a little more spill on the Convoy. Now the TN40 of course runs 4 18650s, and on the Convoy we're running the 2 26650s. I also want to start including closer range objects in my flashlight videos. So there's the Convoy on low, medium, high, and then turbo. You can see up close, it's really bright. A great light for search and rescue. Could certainly see around the perimeter of a house or a building. So overall, I like the light. In my testing, it seems to work just fine. I like the beam pattern to it. It's got a pretty tight hot spot with a little bit of spill. Doesn't quite reach out as far as some of my other throwers, but it doesn't quite have the same price tag either. About a third of the cost of something similar. I do like the form factor. I like the size of it. It's just an overall pretty decent light, and I can see why people were wanting me to review this. Now, I'm not sure I'll look at other Convoy lights, but if you do have suggestions such as this or any other gear, feel free to let me know, and I'll see what I can do about bringing it on the channel. As always, I'm going to throw some links below to GearBest where you can pick up the Convoy L6. I think you're going to see that it has quite a nice price tag, $66 the last time I checked, so that's a fantastic price for this amount of light. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me some comments below. Share this video to your friends and family on your social media. I'm also going to put a few links to some of my other recent videos. Go ahead and check those out. And if you haven't already done so, click on my big old head and subscribe to my channel for more videos.